So when you see there is a negative number inside a large power, first, you need to think whether the result will be a positive number or a negative number first. Okay, for example, this -3 is inside the power 2017. Because 2017 is an odd number, so the result should be a negative number. But negative what number is just negative of 3 to the power 2017. Okay, and then the other one is just copy. After handling the positive and negative sign, then we will keep the negative sign, and then we will change the base of the numbers to be the same one. Okay, so we have base 3 and we have base 9 here. So we are going to change the base 9 to be base 3, to be 3 square, right? Okay, so this 3 to the power 2017 should be no change. And then this one should be 1/3 square, and then to the power 1009. Okay, and then this negative is no change, and 3 to the power 2017 no change. And then we will distribute the 1009 to the 1 and to the 3 square. Okay, so that will give you this 1 to the power 1009, and then over 3 squared to the power 1009. Okay, and then this will be 3 to the power 2017, no change, and the 1 to the power anything is just 1. And then power of power, you just multiply the powers together, so it becomes 3 to the power 2018. Okay, and then a number multiplied to a fraction, the number will be multiplied to the top part of the fraction, and negative sign is just kept unchanged. Okay, so this will be 3 to the power 2017 over 3 to the power 2018. Okay, and then you have the same base, and you are dividing the numbers. So you're going to do the subtraction of the index. So the negative sign, no change, and then you give a 2017 minus 2018. That will give you a -3 to the power -1. Okay, but power -1 is just 1/3. Okay, so that is the answer. The answer will be -1/3. If you just use the calculator, it will give you, I don't know whether it is math error or 0. Okay, but it may not give you the correct answer if you just use the calculator here. So I suggest you to do the steps clearly for this type of question. 嗱，如果有數字，即係個 base 係數字嗰隻嘅話咧，其實我哋係即係唔可以濕數啦，係咪？咁但係咧，我亦都唔建議你哋用 shortcut 嘅呢一隻題目啊。OK， 唔建議你用啲即係快捷方法咁樣旁門左道嗰啲嘅。OK， 如果係有 x 做 base 嗰啲，即係未知數做 base 嗰啲咧，我就建議你哋用嗰啲濕數嘅方法。OK， 但係如果係數字做 base 嘅話咧，我就建議你哋正經咁樣計咧會好啲嘅。OK， 好嗱，咁即係話咧，呢度應該係咁樣咯。So the answer is option B。
Sir， 我諗呢一題嘅時候咧，我係直接即係佢咪兩個嗰個即係一個係2017同一個係1009啦，即係佢兩個都唔係雙數嘅時候，咁即係應該就算點樣幾多倍都好，佢都係應該係-3同埋1/9，所以我直接將兩個乘埋一齊就計咗個 B 嘅答案出嚟咯，即係我冇理到佢嗰個
OK， 嗱呢個就你咁啱，你係啱嘅，但係呢個 concept 係唔啱嘅。OK， 個 concept 咁呢個我都建議你做翻好呢啲先，因為咧你呢題啱嘅話咧，用你呢個諗法係啱嘅話咧，咁其實因為我頭先所講啦，即係個 concept 其實係冇根據嘅。OK， 咁所以咧，如果真係下一次做嘅時候咧，你就未必會撞得啱噶啦，即係未必會做得啱噶啦。O 唔 OK 啊？所以咧，我會建議呢一題即係如果係數字做 base 呢一種嘅話咧，佢係特登難你嘅，講真 ，OK？ 咁你慢慢做，呢度花少時間做，因為咧一定做到嘅，即係唔係話啲咩好撩楞嘅題目嚟嘅，但係要花多少少時間做嘅啫。咁我寧願你哋咧喺呢一啲咧係 其實係可以慢慢做到嘅題目嘅話咧，花多少時間做，好唔 OK？得唔得？
OK。
Number two，Number two 我見到絕大部分同學都啱嘅 ，OK， 咁所以我唔講 Number two 啦，得唔得？咁如果錯咗個少數同學咧，咁自己再睇睇，其實就咁拆一拆個括號，小心啲拆括號嘅話咧就得噶啦。Number two，OK，Number three 都唔係絕大部分同學啱喎，即係都有一部分同學錯喎。咁我哋一齊睇埋 Number three 啦。好 ，Number three 咧 ，2m plus n plus 1 is equal to m minus 2n plus 5 is equal to negative 1。呢度咧係咪有左中右三個即係三個部分啦，兩條等式啦？我哋會先將佢咧變成一式同埋二式先。OK， 2m plus n plus 1係等於我哋左中右睇下邊一個最少嘢嘅最簡單嘅，就攞佢嚟做會重複嗰個。OK， 即係咧左邊等於右邊。同埋中間等於右邊咁樣 get 到嗬？咁呢個咧就係 equation one 啦，呢個咧就係 equation two 啦，咁樣 OK， 跟住我哋就化簡咗 equation one 先 ，from equation one， 2m plus n is equal to negative two， 咁我哋順便做埋個轉 subject 啦，係嘛 ？n is equal to negative two minus 2m，and then I call this equation three。And then we will substitute equation 3 into equation 2, okay? And then we have m minus 2n plus 5, but the n will be replaced by negative 2 minus 2n, and plus 5 is equal to negative 1. And then you just remove the bracket, m plus 4 plus 4m plus 5 is equal to negative 1, okay? And then you have 5m plus 9 on the left-hand side, and move the 9 to the right-hand side, you'll get negative 10, and you'll get m to be equal to negative 2, okay? And when you have found the value of m, you just substitute the value of m back to equation 3, okay? So sub m equals negative 2 into 3, and then n will be negative 2 minus 2 times this m, so it will be equal to 2. Okay, so n will be equal to 2. And the question asks you to find m plus n. Therefore, m plus n will be equal to negative 2 plus 2. That is equal to 0. So the answer is option B. Is that okay? 好，得唔得？嗱，呢度咧最緊要識得就係左中右三部分嘅話咧，我將佢化做兩條式。OK， 咁啊。其實你可以左邊等於中間都得嘅，OK。不過咧，左邊等於中間嘅話咧，你就一次過，即係你就會會有多啲嘅未知數要搞咁解嘅咧。咁因為見到個負一，即係右邊呢一嚿咧，呢一楷咧係最簡單噶嘛。咁我哋就攞佢嚟做一個一式又有、二式又有嗰部分啦。OK，so that is question number 3. And then Number 4.好嗱，睇下 number 4咯。佢哋話咧，如果 x 喺呢個範圍裏邊，
阿 Sir 可唔可以碌翻上少少俾我睇一睇啊？
好。夠唔夠上
？OK 啦，唔該。
OK 得 ，thank you。係嗱，未抄切嗰啲唔緊要㗎，即係隨時開個咪講就得啦。OK。好 ，number 4。X 喺呢個範圍嘅話咧，咁 which of the following must be true？嗱，呢題咧其實係好簡單㗎，希望大家真係可以做到嘅。我哋逐個，但係呢題咧係要逐個睇嘅。0.74496 less than x less than 0.74505咁樣啦，係嘛？咁 x 喺呢個範圍裏邊，咁咧我哋睇下逐個睇咯。如果係 A 嘅意思係要 correct to one significant figure。OK， 嗱 ，x 咧嘅下限就係0.74496，即係左邊個數字啦。上限就係0.74505， 即係右邊嘅數字啦，即係 x 唔會低過左邊嘅數字，亦都唔會高過右手邊嘅數字嘅。好啦，當佢哋嘅即係呢個下限同埋上限同時間都係 correct to 一個有效數字嘅話咧，咁個 x 咧會係點樣樣咧？即係左手邊呢個0.74496應該會係等於0.7係咪？即係如果係 correct to 一個 SF 咁樣 ，OK？咁右手邊咧0.74505都係等於0.7啊。當你 correct to 一個 SF 嘅時候 ，OK？咁即係話咧0.7係 less than x less than 0.7。當呢一個咧係 correct to 一個 SF 嘅時候，咁但係 option A 就係話 x 係等於0.8喎，咁會唔會咧 ？x 一定係夾住喺0.7同埋0.7之間嘅，就唔會係等於0.8嘅。OK 得唔得？咁所以呢度咧 option A 就係唔啱噶啦。你記唔記到個諗法呢度 ？OK， 即係我哋咧其實將個上限同埋下限做翻每一個 option， 佢叫你做嘅 correct to 嗰樣嘢，睇下咧而家佢嗰個 option 話嘅嗰樣嘢會唔會喺嗰個範圍裏邊 ？OK， 即係 correct 咗嘅範圍裏邊。我哋再睇 option B 啊 ，option B 就係 correct to 2 decimal places。OK， 咁我哋睇一睇上限啦，唔係 sorry 下限啦。OK。呢一個咧，當佢 correct to 2 decimal place 嘅時候咧，係咪0.74啊？係嘛 ？OK， 呢個係 2dp。OK， 好啦，然之後0.74505上限，當佢 correct to 2dp 嘅時候，係咪0.75咧 ？2 decimal places。OK， 好啦，但係 option B 咧就話俾你聽 ，x 會係等於0.74喎 ，correct to 2dp 嘅時候，咁呢個係咪一定啱咧？唔係喎，因為我哋 correct to 2dp 嘅時候咧，個 x 咧係可以喺0.74同埋0.75之間嘅喎，係嘛 ？OK， 即係可以係呢兩個都得嘅喎。OK， 咁所以咧，我哋即係option B 係話佢一定會等於0.74嘅話咧，咁呢個就係講得太過實啦。OK， 即係有可能係唔啱嘅，佢可能 correct to 2dp 嘅時候咧，可能會係0.75都唔定嘅。OK， 咁所以咧 B 都係 not correct。好啦，睇埋 C 咯。C 咧就係 correct to 3 SF。OK， 3個 significant figures 啦，我哋又睇下即係上限同埋下限喎。下限先，如果係3個 SF 嘅話咧，咁即係0.745啦，係嘛？3 SF。如果係上限嘅話咧，0.74505係等於0.745啦，都係 OK。3個 SF 咁樣，咁即係話咧，當個 x 係 correct to 3個 SF 嘅時候咧，咁就一定會係0.745嘅啦。OK， 0.745 less than x less than 0.745 3 SF 冇得走噶啦，冇第二個可能性嘅，一定會係0.745嘅。OK， 咁所以 C 咧，佢就話 x 係等於0.745 correct to 3 SF， 咁咪就係啱咯，得唔得？因為咧必定會係咁樣噶啦。must be true 嘅，所以個 answer 就係 option C， 得唔得？我哋睇埋 D 喺邊個位錯啊 ？correct to 4 decimal places，OK， 咁又係啦，睇下下限先，0.74496， 4個 DP， 0.7449係第4個 DP 係咪？但係佢後邊係個6嚟嘅，所以我哋要進1嘅話咧就變咗做50啦。OK， 咁呢個係 4 decimal places， 跟住上限就係0.74505。OK， 咁呢個咧又係啦 ，4 DP 嘅時候咧0.7450就係4個 DP 啦，但係佢後邊係5嚟喎，係嘛？咁所以咧要進1，跟住就變咗51咁樣啦。OK， 咁 咁呢個就係 4 decimal places。咁即係話咧，個 x 咧就會係可以係0.7450或者係0.7451。當佢 correct to 4 decimal places 嘅時候咧，可以係呢兩個嘅可能性咧都 OK 嘅。咁 option D 就係話佢 x 等於0.7450嘅話咧，咁又係講得太過實啦。OK， 即係冇考慮到另外一個可能性啦，得唔得？咁所以咧 option D 咧就係 not correct 嘅。OK， 即係 C is must be true 咁樣。OK， 好，得唔得呢度？好啦，跟住 number 5， 嗱慢慢做啱佢啊呢啲啊，你一定要掌握到嘅 ，OK？ 因為呢啲係一定做到嘅，但係問題就係你要做熟咗先至可以快嘅呢啲，得唔得？好啦 ，number 5， identities， 咁我哋而家有呢條 identities P， 跟住等於x 減1 x 加 q 加3咁樣啦。咁呢啲嘢基本上都係我哋拆晒括號就得㗎啦。OK，left hand side 就係 x square 咁樣啦，即係 x square plus 4x plus 4 plus p。咁我哋要分清楚 x square term、x term 同埋 constant term 咁得㗎啦。OK，right hand side 就係 x minus 1 times x plus q plus 3。拆括號 x square plus qx minus x minus q plus 3。咁但係咧，跟住我哋要 prove 翻埋啲 term 喎，就係咧 x term 就有 q minus 1個 x，OK，and then plus negative q plus 3 constant term， 得唔得？好啦，跟住咧我哋就 comparing coefficient 啦。square term x square 等於 x square 冇嘢好講，係咪？跟住 x term 4x is equal to q minus 1x。And then we will drop out the x. 4 is equal to q minus 1. And then we will calculate the value of q to be 5. Is it okay? And then we will compare the constant term. Constant term 4 plus p on the left-hand side should be equal to negative q plus p on the right-hand side. But we have already found the value of q. So 4 plus p should be equal to negative 5 plus 3. And then p will be equal to negative 6. Okay, so that is what we want to find. So the answer is option D. 點點 Number 6. Inequality. Negative 2x plus 5 less than 13 less than 5x minus 2。咁又係呢度左中右嘅話咧，我哋會咁樣做嘅，即係變咗做 negative 2x plus 5 less than 13， and then and 13 less than 5x minus 2. Okay, and then we will do the inequalities separately. Negative 2x plus 5 less than 13 first. Okay, and then we will move the x term to the positive side like this, and then negative 8 is less than 2x and negative 4 is less than x, which means that x should be larger than negative 4. Okay, so this is the first one, and then for the second one we do the same thing. Keep the x term on the positive side. Okay, so that's the right hand side. 15 is less than 5x, and then 3 is less than x, which means that x should be larger than 3. Okay， 好，跟住咧，我哋就會咁樣做啊，記唔記得？我哋會畫條 number line 出嚟。好，睇到先，畫條 number line 出嚟。sorry。 Okay, and then we will have this -4 and +3. Okay, so this is -4 and this is +3. And then for the first one, x larger than -4, we will draw a stem standing on this and then hollow circle and then pointing to the right and then shade. And for the second one, let me use red, okay, and we will draw a stem here. Sorry. And then draw a hollow circle. And the arrow is again pointing to the right. Okay, and then shade the shadow. And for the keyword is and. Then we are going to find the overlapping region. That is the common region. Okay, the common region is this part. Okay, so it is just on the right hand side of the number 3. Therefore, the answer should be, okay, the result should be x larger than 3. Okay, from this. So the answer is option B. 得唔得？嗱呢度咧記得即係有左中右，即係一條inequality 啊不等式，有左中右3 part 嘅話咧，今次咧我哋一定要將佢分拆成為2條 inequality， 然之後 and 埋一齊嘅。分拆成為2條嘅時候咧，一定係左邊細過中間，跟住中間細過右邊，唔可以調亂次序嘅。因為咧不等式係有個方向性嘅。即係細啲就係細啲，大啲就係大啲，係咪？唔可以立亂調亂佢哋嘅。咁所以咧，左邊細過中間係第一條式，中間細過右邊就係第二條式，然之後佢一定係 and 埋一齊嘅。咁我哋一定咧就係各自去到 solve 咗佢哋先，然之後將佢哋擺喺一條 number line 上面。OK， 小心啲畫，跟住咧就攞佢哋個 common region 或者 overlapping region。咁個 overlapping region 咧，咁就係個 solution 嚟㗎啦。Okay. Okay, so this is number 6. And then number 7. Number 7. If the roots of the equation are at -1 and beta, then 咁樣樣。好嗱，呢度咧，你驟眼望佢咧，可能係覺得咧係啲 alpha 加 beta 咩 sum of roots plot of roots 嗰啲嚟喎，其實唔係嘅呢題 ，OK？ 因為咧佢而家雖然有2個 roots 喺度，不過咧佢唔係2個都係未知數，係咪？佢有一個咧-1係俾咗你嘅。如果我哋有一條 equation 嘅一個 roots 嘅話咧，我哋就可以塞嗰個 roots 落去嗰條 equation 嗰度，即係咁啦。Put x equals -1 into the equation, okay? And then we will get 2 times -1 squared minus -1 plus k equals 0. And we will get 2 plus 1 plus k equals 0, and k is -3. So first, we can find that k is equal to -3, which means that there is no more unknown in the equation. And then we just write down the complete information of the equation first. 2x squared minus x, and then -3 is equal to 0. Okay? And because the other root of the equation is beta, we can also put x equals beta into the equation. then we will get 2 beta square minus beta minus 3 is equal to 0。OK， 好啦，嗱呢度咧要自己砌一砌出嚟嘅。我哋要砌到咩樣咧？就係砌到條題目嘅呢一個樣啦。OK， 好啦，點樣砌咧？睇住咯。我哋先一定係咁樣嘅，因為先將咧 constant term 調過右手邊先。OK，constant term 調過右手邊，得唔得？好啦，跟住咧，我哋就睇個 square term， 而家係2 beta square 係咪？咁我哋要幾多 beta square 咧？就係負4 beta square。我哋而家有嘅係2 beta square， 我哋要嘅係負4 beta square 嘅話咧，我哋就會乘以負2啦。OK， 即係咧，我寫喺呢度啊 ，multiply -2 to every term in the equation。OK， 即係-4 beta square plus 2 beta is equal to -6。Can you get this？ 好啦，咁而家咧，我哋有負4 beta square， 咁通常呢一個咧都已經啱翻嘅啦。咁但係咧，我哋而家成個左手邊爭啲乜嘢嘢先係可以砌到條題目要求嗰樣嘢出嚟咧？係咪爭個加11啊 ？OK， 加11。咁所以咧，我哋兩邊一齊加11啦，即係咁樣 add 11 to both sides. Okay, so -4 beta square plus 2 beta plus 11 is equal to -6 plus 11. Okay, and then the left hand side will be exactly the same as the question. 11 plus 2 beta minus 4 beta square is equal to 5. Okay, so the answer is 5. Option A. Can you get this? 我哋要砌條題目出嚟啊！今次得唔得？好 ，next number 8。嗱 ，number 8，我唔肯定大家做唔做到呢題，咁但係呢題咧，呢一題算係簡單嘅。咁我順便同大家重溫下一啲基本嘢啦。咁呢題關於即係 quadratic function 嘅 graph， 即係嗰條咩 happy face 啊、sad face 啊嗰啲嘢嘅。OK， 逢親呢啲嘢嘅話咧，我哋都係睇幾樣嘢嘅啫。嗱，咁你記得啦，如果佢係一個 y(ax square plus bx plus c) 嘅話咧 ，OK， 咁呢個第一樣嘢就係關於 direction of opening。OK， 即係究竟係 opens upwards 定 opens downwards 咧？咁就係 if A is positive, then the graph opens upwards. OK， 即係咧，其實佢係一個 happy face。And then if A is less than 0, the graph opens downwards. 即係一個 sad face。Second thing is about the y-intercept. Okay, how to find the y-intercept? You need to put x equals 0 and then calculate the value of y. Y is just equal to a times 0 square plus b times 0 plus c, or just equal to c. Okay, so the y-intercept is just equal to c. And then the third thing is about the x-intercept. Okay, you need to put y equals 0, and then you will get a simple quadratic equation. Okay, and you just use the calculator program 1 to find the two values. Okay, so x is equal to alpha, or x is equal to beta. And then alpha and beta will be the the x-intercepts。Okay? And then the fourth one 嗱呢個咧特別啲嘅就係咧，你要將佢轉做一個 y 一個 AHK form。Okay? Just use the calculator will be okay. Or you remember this formula. So h is equal to sorry, this is capital. Okay, the h is equal to negative b over 2a. Okay, and k is equal to c minus ah squared. And that will be the vertex is equal to h and k. Okay, that is the maximum point or minimum point coordinates. Alright， 咁基本上咧就係呢4樣嘢嘅啫，得唔得？就已經足夠去到做晒所有呢一種題目噶啦。OK， 好啦，咁呢一題呢度先抄咗過嚟先啦。呢個係 revision 嚟嘅。好啦，呢題 y is equal to px squared plus qx minus 5。咁我哋公式裏邊嘅 a 係咪就係 p？ 公式裏邊嘅 b 就係 q 啦。公式裏邊嘅 c 就係 negative 5啦。呢個 OK 嘅嗬。好啦，今次咧 ，from the graph we can see that the graph opens upwards. That is a happy face, which means that the a should be larger than 0. And then we can conclude that our a, that is the p, should be larger than 0. Can you get it? Which means that p is positive. Then option C, option D should not be the answer. It's okay? 好，跟住咧麻煩少少，我哋睇嗰個頂點啊，今次個頂點P is not 0, P is larger than 0 because A 嗱，因為咧 because the formula A is P, right? Formula A is P. And then the graph opens upwards, which means that A should be larger than 0 because it is happy face, right? Okay, so our A, I mean the A in our equation is small letter p, so p should be larger than 0. Get it? Okay, good. And then we need to consider the vertex. Next, 稍等等啊。Sorry. And then we need to consider the vertex of the function. From the function, okay, from the equation, we know that the vertex, the h value should be equal to negative b over 2a. This is from the formula, but in our equation, it should be negative q over 2p, right? Negative q over 2p. And then the k value is actually not important this time because we know that the h value, the vertex is on the left-hand side of the y-axis, okay? Which means that from the graph, h should be less than 0. That is the vertex. 嗱，即係話咧個 x 坐標 vertex 嘅 x 坐標啊，我呢個係講緊呢個，我打埋喺度啊。 the x coordinate of the vertex is negative. Can you get this line? From the graph, we can see that the x coordinate of the vertex should be negative. 因為咧喺個 graph 嗰度咧，呢一點頂點，佢係咪喺中間線 y 軸嘅左手邊？咁即係佢嘅 x 坐標就應該會係負數嚟㗎啦。咁當然啦，佢嘅 y 坐標係咪都係負數啊？因為佢喺中間線嘅下邊 ，x 軸嘅下邊。但係今次咧，我哋通常咧，我哋都未必需要考慮個 y 坐標嘅，通常考慮個 x 坐標咧已經夠㗎啦，即係考慮個 h value 就已經夠㗎啦。OK， 好啦，咁即係話咧 ，h 係 less than 0啦。咁但係我哋呢一題嘅 h 咧就係 negative q over 2p， so it should be negative q over 2p should be less than 0。OK， 好啦，但係咧我哋頭先係諗咗咧，就係個 p is larger than 0。咁即係話咧，嗱而家我哋有啲咩咧？我而家就係有呢一個咧係 positive。Because 2 times positive is positive. 2 times positive number. And then the outcome should be a negative number. So what should negative q be in order to make the fraction to be a negative number? 呢個分數分母 2p 係正數嚟嘅，出嚟成個分數咧要係一個負數，咁個分子要係點樣樣咧？當然咧就要係 negative 啦。OK， 咁即係話咧，嗱呢度係諗嘅嚇，呢一行係諗嘅，但係呢行咧就係咁啦。分子 should be negative，be negative。但係 should be negative 嘅話咧，即係 negative q should be less than 0。OK， 得唔得 ？But if negative q should be less than 0, then q should be larger than 0。And that is how we can find whether q is larger than or less than 0 from here. Okay, so q should be larger than 0, which means that the answer should be option A. Can you get this?得嗱呢題如果 get 到就 get， 但係如果 get 唔到嘅話咧，你都可以試下代啲數入去嘅，代啲數入去咁樣樣。咁不過都係即係都會比較麻煩啲嘅。其實呢個即係代啲數入去都唔係話淨係唔係一代就諗到嘅。咁就你呢題 get 到就 get 啦。OK， 因為呢題咧我都冇同你 train 過嘅，其實 OK。咁呢題算係難啲嘅，即係剪裁部分嘅，得唔得 ？OK。但係 number 9就要 expect 大家做到啦。Number 9、number 10啊。Number 9, the weight of Sunny is 20% heavier. 抄過嚟先啦啊。It's heavier than that of Clara, and 20% lighter than that of Kenny. 好啦，而家咧 Sunny 就係比起 Clara 重20%，但係比起 Kenny 輕20%咁樣樣。好啦，咁我哋咁樣咯。你記住呢啲咁嘅嘢啊。Sunny is 20% heavier, must be 1 plus 20%. And this percentage should be multiplied to the one which is after the word than. 一定係乘比 than 後邊嗰樣嘢嘅。OK， 而家係 20% heavier， 你唔好千祈唔好話咩調翻轉啊咁嗰啲啦，一定要咁樣去寫，係咪？乘比 than 後邊嗰嚿嘢，即係 Clara 啦，係嘛 ？OK， 得唔得？咁我哋化簡佢先啦。S is equal to 1.2 C。OK， label this to be 1， and then is and 20% lighter than that of Kenny。咁呢個 and 嘅話，當然就係亦都係講緊 Sunny 係 20% lighter than that of Kenny 啦，係嘛 ？Sunny 咁仍然都係 Sunny is 20% lighter 輕過，即係少於係咪？20% 細過佢嘅。咁即係咧 1 minus 20% 一定係咁樣啦。 唔好自己諗。OK， 跟住呢個 percentage 喎，一定要乘俾一啲嘢嘅，一定係乘俾訂後邊嗰一樣嘢嘅，咁即係 candy 啦。OK，so s is equal to 0.8 k on this equation 2。好啦，咁睇下咧題目咧究竟係想比較邊兩樣嘢啦。我哋而家有睇下先 ，Candy 同埋 Clara。我哋先睇睇 Candy 同埋 Clara 先，即係話咧，我哋將一式同埋二式咧塞入去，我哋要整走個 s 先，得唔得 ？OK，so sub 1 into 2。OK，it should be 1.2 c equals 0.8 k。好啦，咁咧究竟我哋即係用邊個嚟去做 subject 咧？咁我睇一睇落啦。我哋而家邊一即係 A、B、C、D 裏邊咧，邊一個係講緊 Clara 同埋 Candy 嘅咧？我哋而家要睇嘅咧就係 Candy 同埋 Clara、Clara、Candy 同埋 Clara 係咪？一係睇 B、C、D，陣間先睇翻 A。即係如果 B、C、D 唔啱嘅話咧，先睇翻 A 啊，因為 A 咧係講緊 Candy 同埋 Sunny 嘅。OK， 就唔係比較緊 Candy 同埋 Clara 嘅。我而家啱啱濕咗落去之後咧，就講緊 Candy 同埋 Clara 嘅。OK， 好啦，咁咧我見到咧Candy is 40% heavier。咁我哋睇一睇咧，將 Candy 做翻 subject 嘅時候，睇下點樣先。即係咧係咪咁啊？1.2 c over 0.8等於 k。k 做 subject 嘅時候咧，應該就係等於1.5 c 係咪？OK， 咁原來 Candy 係等於係 Clara 嘅1.5倍喎，係嘛？咁其實係咪都睇到㗎啦已經 ？OK， 即係話咧個 percentage 即係 percentage increase 啦，係嘛 ？OK， 即係話咧 Candy is heavier than Clara by 幾多 percent 咧？就係 K minus C over C 先啦，係啦，乘1%，OK 係嘛？咁但係咧 K 咧我哋知道咧就係1.5個 C 嚟嘅，要減 C 啦 ，over C 啦 ，times 100%。It should be 0.5 C over C times 100%. It should be 0.5 times 100%. That should be 50%. So Candy is heavier than Clara by 50%, which means that option D should be correct. Okay, option B is not correct. 得唔得？呢度 OK， 我想同你哋睇埋 C 點解係唔啱先。如果我要用 Clara 做 subject 嘅話咧，咁應該佢係輕過 Candy 幾多 percent 咧？即係唔係50% 啦？而家當然係嘛？咁點樣計出嚟嘅咧？嗱，呢度已經係答案嚟啦。咁我抄翻落嚟先啦。好，咁但係我想再繼續做埋點解 C 唔啱嘅 ？OK， 咁呢度咧頭先就話啦，我抄翻嚟先。呢度我哋去翻 sub 1 into 2呢度啊。sub 1 into 2之後係咪呢個啦？係嘛？頭先我哋攞 Candy 嚟做 subject， 但係今次咧我哋攞 Clara 嚟做 subject， 係咪0.8 k over 1.2 ？OK， 咁呢度咧 C 咧就應該係等於2/3個 k 嘅，得唔得？好啦，咁跟住咧我哋就會睇咯，即係 Clara is lighter than Candy by 幾多 percent 咧？就係大減細，然之後咧除以 Candy 乘以100%。因為今次咧係用 Candy 嚟去做比較嘅，咁所以個分母就係做用 Candy 啦，得唔得？好啦，咁但係咧我哋個 C 咧就可以寫成2/3嘅個 K 嘅，係嘛？咁即係話咧應該係 1/3個 K over K 乘100%，咁即係咧1/3乘以100%，咁即係等於咧係33又1/3個 percent 啦。即係話咧 Clara 應該係輕過 Kenny by 33又1/3個 percent， 而唔係50% 咁樣樣。OK， 得唔得？咁所以咧 part C 咧 option C 亦都係錯嘅，得唔得 ？OK， 好，我想睇埋你10題啊。頭先第10題多唔多人啱咧？得一半人啱都唔夠啦。$50,000 is deposited at an interest rate of 2.4% per annum, compounded half yearly for 3 years. Another $50,000 is deposited at a simple interest rate of 2.5% per annum for 3 years. Find the difference between the two interests obtained correct to the nearest dollar. 好啦，咁呢度咧純粹係計嘅啫，計個 compound interest 同埋計個 simple interest 係咪？咁個 compound interest 先。interest 嘅計法就係要計咗個 amount 先嘅，本利和先嘅，1加呢個2.4% 係咪？但係咧要除翻啲嘢喎。咁我之前都温咗多次啦 ，compounded half yearly 嘅話咧，咁即係除翻2啦，一年有2次係嘛？每半年一次嘅話咧，即係1年有2次嘅。OK， 咁而家咧 total 係有幾多次啊？佢係3年每半年一次 ，total 咧就係6次咁樣樣。咁呢個咧就係個本利和啦，即係 amount。但係今次咧我哋要計個 interest 嘅話咧，我哋要減翻個本金咁樣。OK， 咁所以咧嗰個 interest 咧，咁要撳機先啦。4係咪應該係3709？.74左右啦，係嘛 ？OK， 好啦，跟住咧 simple interest 啦 ，simple interest 嘅計法咧就係將個 principal 乘以個 interest rate 乘以個 number of years， 咁就係 interest 嚟㗎啦，係嘛？咁呢個咧就應該係應該係3750嚟嘅。OK， 咁但係佢問你咧 ，find the difference between the two interests obtained。咁所以咧 ，therefore the difference 就係等於即係3750減3709.74，咁應該咧係40.26。correct to nearest dollar 嘅話咧，咁即係等於40蚊啦。嗱，咁所以答案應該係 option A 嚟嘅。咁大家做到啊呢個 OK？OK， 好，咁我哋聽日咧繼續講埋呢一份。咁你再 check 一 check 自己邊一條題目 ，OK， 即係第10條打後嘅題目咧，咁係邊一題係想我講先嘅？咁聽日一開始嘅時候咧，咁你就可以即係喺個 chat room 嗰度話俾我聽邊條要講嘅咁樣，OK？ 得唔得？So if there is no more problem, then that is the end of this lesson, and you may leave now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.